Our first New York apartment and our first apartment as a couple had a purple door. It was the first feature we noticed when we initially came to check out the apartment. And I remember thinking to myself, even before we walked inside for the tour, sweetheart, this is it. This is the place. This is the new home. We are totally moving to this city. The colors said it all. And I did some research on purple. It's the symbol of passion and imagination and mystery. It's the expression of individualism and unconventional thinking. Purple actually is one of the only colors in the dictionary that nothing rhymes with. That's awesome. It couldn't have been more perfect for two people like us. So I was pretty much sold by the door, but Brittany thought maybe let's go inside and actually look at the place we're about to spend the rest of our couple years in. We took a walk through the property and I knew my intuition was right. We wrote a check to the real estate agent and we moved in 2 weeks later. And it couldn't have been more perfect for our first apartment. And the interesting postscript to this story is that a few months after we got settled, we were talking to the landlord one night, and he told us that every one of the couples that had lived in that building before us eventually went on to get married. Sure enough, about 1.5 years later, we became one of those couples. The door was right. And the moral of the story is, follow the color of the door that speaks to your heart, because what lies on the other side is worth it. My wife designed her own wedding ring. It's spectacular. I've never seen anything like it. It's made of recycled materials. It has a sapphire. People look at it immediately, kind of like her. But what's great about this ring is the insurance behind it. Gotta have insurance. It's one thing I learned. When I looked at the application for the insurance, it said, ring is covered for loss, theft, damage, and mysterious disappearances. What does that even mean? It's something about that language is really interesting. And I called the insurance company. I said, yeah, what does that exactly mean? And she said, well, people lose jewelry all the time. It happens, and they don't always know why. So it's a standard clause in most jewelry contracts, and it's called mysterious disappearances. And I said, oh, okay, that makes total sense. As soon as I hung up the phone, I wrote it down and said, that is the name of my next song. That is the name of my next album. That is too good. Not just because of the story of the insurance, but I love that language. Loss, theft, damage, mysterious disappearances. That sounds like love. That sounds like the ups and downs that we go through with the people we love. And so, if anything, I love the song, but man, that title, you just can't ask for anything more.
I bought my covering, theft and loss. And damn man, and mysterious, under the cloak of this night, we see what we can't afford to see. It's better to bury all sling arrows from quivers soft and hiding beside a crimson cloth. Strike up below for the forces of light and the various etceteras. Naked, the terror of regret. pickets, and when seems like such a tender labor, and it is where love ends and the picket she began.